guys, it is Tristan with Nerdut's Newsstand, and we've talked about this before, but because it's topical, we're going to bring it back up, and that is the idea that not everything is woke. I know, right? It seems like basically anything in entertainment is being called woke nowadays. Yeah, so this actually is going to be a bit of hyperbole. I apologize, and I know that there are radicals in every group. We're getting that out of the way right now so we can talk, because this is being brought up by White Knight Beyond, right? Beyond the White Knight. We're getting a new installment from Sean Gordon Murphy, and people are upset because Terry is Asian. Let that sink in for a minute while I finish this conversation. Sean Gordon Murphy has proven his work time and time again. We don't have to go into a lot of specifics, but go read Punk Rock Jesus. Go read the original White Knight. Hell, go read Plot Holes. All of these speak in volumes, and they speak for themselves. Not to mention what he did with, it was Von Freeze was the title. It was a Black Label book. It was one of my favorite books of the last 5 years. It was so good. It reimagined Victor with a Nazi background, right? Oh my goodness. It is phenomenal. When I reviewed it, I think I had to blur out some shots, but it was so good. And the stuff his wife has done with Harley Quinn, as a huge Harley Quinn fan, I am super appreciative of a new take, of something fresh. Now, let's talk about the White Knight universe specifically first. Now, I want to mention this is Elseworld. Just because they're an omniverse doesn't mean that the Elseworld stories are still not Elseworld, right? That's pretty basic. We know Elseworlds do not take place in continuity. They have nothing to do with the omniverse and are therefore not attached. Okay, getting that out of the way, because the White Knight changed everything. And when I say everything, I am being a bit hyperbolic, but not really. Like everything about the Joker. He killed Gordon. We saw Dick working for the GCPD. There were so many changes to Harley, and now we have a Neo Joker. And we have a kids, and kind of a weird relationship with Harley and Batman, where I think they might have secretly banged at one time. Yes. Did you complain about that? Out of curiosity, did you complain about the fact that there was a Neo Joker? Because if you didn't complain about something silly like that, why are you complaining now about a race change that people, for a big portion of the audience, didn't even know it was a race change? So much so that in the Batman Beyond mini, and I think it was 2010, they actually had to go back through and change the hair color because the artist thought that Terry was Asian. Ryan Benjamin. So many people growing up thought Terry McGinnis was Asian. I'm sure some people still do. I actually had no idea. I guess it never even crossed my mind to wonder, but I just thought he was a kid that I liked watching on TV, right? During that time in my life. So, just because this has changed, and I'll give you the exact quote so you can judge for yourself, right? And this is coming straight from Sean Gordon Murphy. One of the things I really wanted to do was make him half Asian. I didn't realize this, but a ton of people, including myself, always assume Terry was half Japanese and half Irish or something. Only because there is so much kanji in Neo Gotham, and he had long, black, straight hair. Like a lot of people mistaken him for half Asian, even though both of his parents were like extremely white. There you go. Super political, right? We're all going to get mad? No, this is silly. Sean Gordon Murphy has proven he kind of digs at both sides a bit, but he also takes his own creative liberties because he can, because again, we're circling back around, guys. Elseworlds. That's where you are given those creative liberties. And I can guarantee most people upset by this had no intention on reading the book at all, had no intention on actually purchasing it, because if something that very minute made you not want to buy it, then what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, honestly, are you that sensitive? Like, that is the most sensitive I have ever heard. That is, putting it nicely, it's really fucking pathetic. It's really fucking pathetic. So let's move on from this, because it's always something. There's a flavor of the day, right? Usually there's like a big flavor of the month. Right now it's Lord of the Rings. And then there's one each day. And this is the one in the last couple days. So, Batman, the movie just came out, right? We had people for months talking about, ooh, Robert Pattinson's not big enough. He didn't work out when he was trolling people. And it's going to be woke. Oh, Catwoman said she didn't want her character fetishized. It's going to be woke. Catwoman said something we don't like. It's going to be woke. And now we see the backpedal. It's not woke. Peacemaker. Oh my goodness. Look at the butterflies. I won't give too much away, but they're here to save humanity from themselves when it comes to climate change and some other stuff. It's gonna be woke. Or it is woke, I guess is what it was said. Stargirl. They're using different versions of the original characters that were in the comics in the 80s. It's woke. Superman and Lois. He said something about being a Superman of the world. It's gonna be woke. Are you sensing a theme? I'm sensing a theme. I literally heard in an interview I was listening to earlier that because Nightwing has a 3-legged dog, who's adorable, by the way, Haley, it's progressive, liberal, virtue signaling. Yeah, wrap your head around that one. West Side Story, not woke. Maybe Steven Spielberg said some dumb shit, but we all do, right? Like Hawkeye, super woke, right? She's in Mary Sue. That's a term that gets thrown around a lot. Yeah, I can't anymore. If you think everything is woke, then nothing is woke. And this problem right here is turning people away from what you are saying. It's done it to me. It's done it to a lot of my viewers. I used to be much more outspoken when it comes to being against my SJWs until I had a reality check. These type of people are turning away from you because they're realizing how idiotic it is to count the amount of white people in a movie. Not everything is woke. It's made for your enjoyment. Maybe, just maybe, we can enjoy the storytelling that Sean Gordon Murphy and multiple others that I have said within this video is trying to do. That is what it is for. Entertainment. And maybe there's a lesson in there because a lot of stories for years, the Bible has lessons. Every single story usually has some sort of lesson, whether it's political or social, or it is something to talk about what's going on in Gotham politics, or you know what? Maybe we're going to see a news flash and it's going to be something that happened terribly bad, or in the Batman, we saw stuff with radicalization. It's for a story, and a lot of times it makes us feel good. It makes us enjoy it. And honestly, I'm super over this. I'm super over seeing it. I'm super over hearing about it. Because at the end of the day, storytelling is what matters. Get woke, go broke, logical fallacy. It all comes down to storytelling. You can tell stories about racial injustice. You can. It doesn't mean it's woke. It means it's a story not made for you. And if the writing's good, who cares? Ay, my brain hurts. Okay. Bye-bye.